Good afternoon from beautiful Hainan Island, Haikou, in the north of the island. This is the Hilton Hotel here, beautiful backdrop for welcoming you to the next flight on the Airclips.com Asia tour in fall 2018. Welcome to our next flight. It's flight number 6 on this trip. Today we take the Hong Kong Airlines Airbus A320 ride from Haikou over to Hong Kong. Not a long run. I'm sure it's going to be some interesting insights, and I welcome you to join me and share the fun. Thank you very much, and let's go ahead. So here we are in the little international terminal of Haikou Airport. It's a convenient small terminal as compared to the huge domestic facility. I already made my way through customs screening, boarding pass screening, passport control, security screening. Especially in the security screening we had a passion for detail, I would say. But what I can certainly confirm is that everybody is really polite here. That is something noticeable about China, that all the authorities are very polite, friendly and helpful, and quite modern in terms of the technical equipment. For example, when they scan the passport upon arrival, the machine for the fingerprints will tell you in your native language how you have to put your fingers where. Pretty fancy. No other country where I've seen that so far. So still about an hour and a half to go until departure, and enough time for having a look at the business class lounge here at the terminal. A beautiful little lounge, really nice to enjoy, not very crowded. It's a bit full in the terminal down there right now, but up here there's not much going on. It's a good choice of some sandwiches and nuts and dates, and also there's a small selection of hot meals. Great China food. Now I'm gonna try it. Be my guest. So pretty fancy stuff. Business class gets an extra ride here in a dedicated bus. Loungy style with a table in front of me, even a bunch of umbrellas should it rain. Haikou International Terminal only has bus positions, apron positions with no direct access through boarding bridges. So that's really transfer in style here. While the other bus is just about to be boarded by the rest of the passengers, we already get the drive to the airplane, which is good. So we have a bit more time to look into the details. Boarding already starts. Let's have a look at our baby today. It's a 2013 built, 5 years old Airbus A320, and as you can see, it looks really nice. So come join me, let's have a look inside. So here I'm getting my exclusive boarding right now. I'm the only passenger so far. The others are still in the other bus on the terminal. Quite a special service. And as we look around the corner here, it's great seats, very nice and cozy looking. Also looking into the economy class cabin, looks like a very nice product over there as well. Absolutely perfect for our short 1 hour trip. And Despite the short flight time, we already have a full cushion and blanket to make it even more comfortable. So on top of that you get even your Hong Kong Airlines style slippers, headsets for the in-flight entertainment, and a bottle of Evian water. For the collectors of safety cards amongst you, a quick look at those. And then on top of that you have also 3 magazines in here, one of them being the in-flight magazine Aspire of Hong Kong Airlines. So here you have it again, my favorite page in every in-flight magazine, the fleet overview. Hong Kong Airlines operates a pure Airbus fleet nowadays, the A320 being the only narrow body in the fleet and the backbone of the operation. Unfortunately, I cannot show you the Airbus A330, where last time I spotted an in-flight bar when I used it. That was fun.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome on board Hong Kong Airlines Flight HX158 from Haikou to Hong Kong. My name is Dan. I'm the captain with you today. With me in the flight deck is Senior First Officer Young. In the cabin with Senior Purser Edward, with the rest of the crew, Jane, Haley, Bjorn and Arthina. Our flight time tonight is about 55 minutes, and the weather in Hong Kong is cloudy, temperature around 29 degrees Celsius.
I think Captain just mentioned flight number HX156, should be 158, doesn't matter. More interesting, the letters in front of the flight number. You might probably not know that this flight has 2 different connections to the city of Hamburg, which is the second aviation capital of Europe, having the Airbus factory there with a final assembly line for Airbus narrow-body planes. And that's exactly the first link. This Airbus has been built in the city of Hamburg in the year 2013. Initially, during the factory test flights, it was even bearing a German registration, until it was delivered with a one-stop flight via Abu Dhabi to Hong Kong, straight to Hong Kong Airlines, which operates it for a bit more than 5.5 years now. The second link is the 2-letter code Hotel X-Ray that I just mentioned before. Only insiders interested in German aviation will know that this used to be the IATA code for an airline called Hamburg Airlines until the year 1997. Until that year, Hong Kong Airlines had the designator N8, November 8, and then changed to Hotel X-Ray, and thus we are flying here with a little piece of Hamburg Airlines in mind. The boarding door is closed now. I think we're ready to go. So we're already taxiing to the runway now. Still it's very bright. Some airlines do dim the cabin lights for takeoff, others don't. For Air-Clips fans, that means either we have a good view to the outside or we have no view. I remain curious. Let's find it out. And here's the answer to our question. They do dim the cabin light. So we are taxiing to the runway still, and I wish you a very nice takeoff with some good nighttime views now. We will be taking off on runway 09 today, directly going eastbound. And that means that we will have the terminal on the left side of the plane. Eventually we have a few nice pictures of the terminal at night. So what a nice takeoff this was. Right after departing into easterly direction, we made a left turn straight into northerly direction, and sitting on the left side of the aircraft we can now see all over the city of Haikou, and even we can see the northern shore of Hainan Island reflecting a little bit in the water. Now just looking a little bit to the right, we can already see the southern shore of the Chinese mainland, close to Shenyang city. Once we go a little bit further to the north, we will do another right turn, almost 90 degrees again, heading more or less directly into the northeasterly direction towards Hong Kong. Right after takeoff, already food is coming. Thank you very much. Bon appetit. We look into the menu for the business class meal. We see two different options for dining. One of them containing seafood, the other one being a beef tenderloin. Sounds very good, but I'm a fan of special meals. In this case, I wanted to try the low-calorie meal, and this is what we see here. This is why it looks different than the options provided in the business class menu. Can confirm it's very good food, really tasty. Now, many airlines from the Hainan Airlines group, to which Hong Kong Airlines belongs since 2006, have a very good Skytrax rating, and that's not a coincidence. They really pay attention to a very high level in-flight product. Now, the company was founded earlier. The airline we know as Hong Kong Airlines today was already founded in the year 2001, 5 years before it went into the Hainan Airlines group. And back in those days it was called CR Airways. And CR, that stands for China Rich Holding Company, which was the founding shareholder and owner of the first years of the company. After being established in 2001, the company obtained a first permit to operate helicopters. Back in 2002, they started with a 12-seat Sikorsky 76 helicopter, making them the third helicopter operator for passengers in Hong Kong. Then only 1 year later, CR Airways got the permit for fixed-wing passenger flights, and for that they leased a Canadair Jet 200, and they started conducting charter flights first, and straight after, very soon after, they were approved to start scheduled flights already. So until the year 2006, the fleet was expanded by Canadair Jet 700 and also Boeing 737-800, until finally the Hainan Airlines group took over Hong Kong Airlines, branded and named it as such, and first of all changed it into an all Airbus fleet. So there are individual video screens provided, and the in-flight entertainment program is quite complex, especially bearing in mind that it's really a short haul flight today with only around an hour flying time. We have movies, there are TV series offered, you have music channels, dedicated channel for children, my favorite channel, the flight map, gaming stuff, travel information, and also some background about Hongkong Airlines. So economy class also features a very nice cabin with lots of leg room, very comfortable. Today's flight is well booked, not totally full. You can also see, if I go a bit lower with the camera, there is in-flight entertainment all across economy class as well. So, and we have some Air-Clips fans here as well. Yay!
Ladies and gentlemen, Captain speaking. We're now about 100 nautical miles from Hong Kong, and we have already commenced our descent. And at the moment, we should be landing at 9:15 in the evening, and there is no time difference between Hong Kong and Haikou. And the weather in Hong Kong is slightly cloudy. Temperature at the moment is 29 degrees Celsius. And I hope you enjoy the flight. On behalf of the rest of the crew, I wish you a good stay in Hong Kong.
This really was a short flight. We're already pretty low on approach into Hong Kong. Very soon the cabin will be dimmed again for landing, and I wish you a good landing. Why do I wish you a good landing? Because that means that I will have a good landing. If you just heard this bloop, bloop, bloop from the flight deck, that was the moment when the autopilot got switched off. And although I'm flying really often, I've never heard that being done way after touchdown in such beautiful weather conditions with almost clear skies and, as it looks, no winds.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Hong Kong. The local time now is 9:15 in the evening, and the temperature is 29 degrees Celsius. For your safety, please remain seated until the spare side is shut off. Please be careful when opening the overhead compartment and items that may fall out. Please ensure that you have your belongings with you before leaving the aircraft. Baby stroller available for pickup at the arrival label. If you need any assistance at the airport, please contact our ground staff. On behalf of the entire crew, we would like to thank all of you our virtual members by choosing Hong Kong Airlines and your service with Hainan Airlines. We hope to see you again soon. Thank you.
Guys, that's been it. We are at the gate. Thank you very much for joining me tonight and welcome to Hong Kong. If you like, you can join me on the next flight tomorrow, which is going to be the next film. We're going to go to Bandar Seri Begawan on Royal Brunei Airlines. Should be another interesting experience and I'd like to invite you to join me. Bye bye for now. Have a good night.